Right, 6 players. Remember, you'll have to work as a team. Only one of you will be able to win up to £35,000 in virtual prize money. The rest of you will leave with nothing, as round by round we lose the player voted the weakest link. Now the rules. In each round, the aim is to answer enough questions correctly to reach your £5,000 target within the time limit. The fastest way is to create a chain of 9 correct answers. Get your question wrong and you break the chain and lose all the money in that chain. But if you bank the money before your question is asked, the money is safe. However, you start a new chain from scratch. Remember, at the end of the round, only money that's been banked can be taken forward. The first round lasts for 2 minutes 30 seconds, with a maximum of 17 questions. So, let's see, who starts the game? Player 5, you've been chosen to start the game. Let's play the weakest link. The first question is for £100. Start the clock. Player 5. Only 5 seconds left. Right. Player 6. Come on. How slow you are. Player 1. Is this a faulty room? Correct. Player 2. Good answer. Player 3. Good answer. Player 4. Good answer. Player 5. Correct. Player 6. Correct. Not even close. Player 2. Right. Only 5 seconds. Time's up. Let's see what you banked. This is not enough. Who's bounced back and who's flat on their back? It's time to vote off who you think is the weakest link. Voting over, it's time to discover who's been chosen as the weakest link. Player 4, you are the weakest link. Goodbye. players left. We are now taking 10 seconds off your time and one question. Player 6, you've been chosen to start this new round. Let's play the weakest link. Start the clock. Player 6. OK. Player 1. Correct. Player 2. Good answer. Player 3. Come on. Not even close. Player 5. OK. Player 6. Correct. Player 1. Right. Player 2. Correct. Player 3. Right. Player 5. OK. Player 6. Yes! Correct. Is this a faulty... Time's up. Let's see what you banked. If it's enough for you. Who no longer cuts the mustard? It's time to vote off who you think is the weakest link. Player 5. Player 2. Voting over. It's time to discover who's been chosen as the weakest link. Player 1, you are the weakest link. Goodbye. Only 4 players left. We are now taking 10 seconds off your time and one question. Player 3, you've been chosen to start this new round. Let's play the weakest link. Start the clock. Player 3. Yes! Player 5. That's it. Player 6. That's it. Player 2. Bird break. Player 3. Surprising. Player 5. Correct. Player 6. Right. Player 2. Correct. Okay. No. Player 6. Correct. Come on. Disappointing. Time's up. Let's see what you banked. You must speed up in the next round if you're still here. Who's the woodworm in your woodwork? It's time to vote off who you think is the weakest link. Player 5. We have a tie team, so I will choose the player who will have the final say. Player 2, who do you want to get rid of? Voting over, it's time to discover who's been chosen as the weakest link. Player 5, you are the weakest link. Goodbye. Only 3 players left. We are now taking 10 seconds off your time and 1 question. Player 2, you've been chosen to start this new round. Let's play the weakest link. Start the clock. Player 2. Correct. Player 3. Correct. Player 6. That's it. Player 2. Good answer. Player 3. Yes! Player 6. That's it. Player 2. Correct. Player 3. Good answer. Player 6. Good answer. You've managed to reach the £5,000 target. How How did you cheat? Who here would benefit from a lobotomy? It's time to vote off who you think is the weakest link. Player 6. We have a tie team, so I will choose the player who will have the final say. Player 3, who do you want to get rid of? Voting over, it's time to discover who's been chosen as the weakest link. Player 6 are the weakest link. Goodbye. Only 2 of you left in this round, and you've got 90 seconds and 1 question less. Remember, the amount you bank will be trebled and added to what's already been accumulated during the whole of the game. Player 3, you've been chosen to start this last round. Let's play the weakest link. Start the clock. Player 3. Is this a fault? Okay. Player. Okay. Player 3. Yes. Player 2. Find some motivation. Okay. Good answer. Yes! Player 3. Right. Crack on. Correct. Time's up. Let's see what you banked. You should be doing better. Final round, and there can only be one winner. You'll play against each other head to head. I'm going to ask you 5 questions each. The player with the most correct answers will win. If there's a tie, we'll go for sudden death until we have a winner. Let's play Weakest Link. Player 2, it's your turn to start. Here's the first question. In cinema, the 1912 comedy entitled Cohen Collects a Debt was the first film to feature which characters noted for their humorous antics? Such a brain. Player 3, here's your question. Which English artist painted several works that featured a dwelling known as Willie Lott's Cottage? Beware of explosion. Player 2, your turn to play. In the traditional Swiss recipe for a fondue, which liqueur is added to the melted cheese? That was easy. Player 3, here's your question.
In men's golf, of the four majors constituting the Grand Slam, which is the only one that is played at the same venue every year?
It's always useful to be lucky. Player 2, your turn to play.
In food, what name is given to a dessert made with strawberries, cream, and pieces of meringue?
I'd call this a miracle. Player 3, here's your question.
In pop music in 1998, If You Tolerate This, Your Children Will Be Next, was the title of the first UK #1 single for which group?
Did you answer this by yourself? Player 2, your turn to play.
In literature, in the novel by Bram Stoker, the castle of Count Dracula is in which mountain range?
Well, finally. Player 3, here's your question.
In pop music, according to the song No More Heroes by the Stranglers, which Soviet politician got an ice pick that made his ears burn?
That is the correct answer. Player 2, your turn to play.
The name of which martial art translates into English from Japanese as the way of the sword?
That wasn't complicated. Player 3, here's your question.
Which make of rifle used by the US Army from 1903 shares its name with the hometown of a famous cartoon family?
That's it. After 5 questions each, we have a tie. Player 2, get ready for the first question. Let's play Sudden Death.
In art, which painter was the subject of the 1972 #1 single by Don McLean that begins with the words, Starry, Starry Night?
That's it. Player 3, answer this.
In cinema, who became the first American to sing a James Bond theme song when she recorded You Only Live Twice in 1967? In cinema.
That wasn't complicated. I'll remind you that I need a winner. Player 2.
In history, which British colony elected Archbishop Makarios as its president in 1959 and gained independence the following year?
That's it. Player 3, you need to answer this question correctly.
In the 1937 Disney cartoon about Snow White, which is the only one of the 7 dwarfs who does not have a beard?
That wasn't complicated. Player 2, your turn to answer.
In UK money, the 1 penny coin is legal tender according to the Royal Mint for amounts up to how much? In UK money.
That's it. Player 3, it's your turn. You mustn't make a mistake on this one.
In clothes, Yves Saint Laurent, Mark Bowen, and John Galliano have all been head designer at which Paris fashion house?
That wasn't complicated. I'll remind you that I need a winner. Player 2.
The surname of which 17th century French mathematician was adopted as the name of a computer language launched in 1971.
That's it. Player 3, you need to answer this question correctly.
In cinema, what is the name of the resort terrorized by the shark in the 1975 film Jaws?
That wasn't complicated. Player 2, answer this.
The name of which surgical instrument is also the title of a UK weekly medical journal, first published in 1823? The name...
That's it. Player 3, you need to answer this question correctly.
In the name of a 19th century remedy for various illnesses, which foodstuff was mixed with brimstone? In the...
You really are too bad. Player 2, you are the strongest link. Look at the virtual amount you managed to win. Player 3, you leave with nothing. You've just played the weakest link. Goodbye.